Alright, Haladak here, playing Fallout 4, going for the Fah Harhbah DLC, just came out today. I had to go and spend like an hour getting all situated, bringing a bunch of stuff with me for repairs and whatnot. This quest is partially tied in with Nick, that's why I went to go grab him as my companion. A little pop-up already happened, like I said, like an hour ago, so we're just gonna go and follow it on. That's right, listen to the radio station, isn't it?
Setting this to repeat. This is Ellie Perkins from Valentine's Detective Agency with a message for Nick's partner. We've got a new case and it sounds urgent. Stop by the office. I'll be waiting. Setting this to repeat. This is Ellie Perkins from Valentine's Detective Agency with a message for Nick's partner. We've got a new case and it sounds urgent.
Alright, as Message says, we're just gonna go find Ellie.
Setting this to repeat.
Yeah. Valentine's own agency.
I'm glad you're here. We got a new case while you and Nick were out. Ready to put on the detective hat?
Hello, Ellie.
Who's our client?
Okay, apparently it glitched out there for just a second, but oh well.
Kenji Nakano.
Nakano? Huh. That name takes me back. My memory's a little fuzzy on the details, though.
Maybe if you bothered writing things down, Nick.
Can't do that. Wouldn't want to put you out of a job.
Huh. I'll remember that the next time you need me to console a hysterical client. Mr. Nakano didn't leave many details. Said he'd go over everything when you meet him. But if you want my guess, missing person case. Guy had a worried look a mile long.
Anything you can tell me about Kenji Nakano?
Just some impressions. He was obviously upset, but he was also in a hurry, like he couldn't stand just waiting around. I'm a friend of Nick's. He'll remember me. I need his help right away. And then he was gone. He was muttering something on the way out, but... no. I'm not sure it was important.
Come on, Ellie. Don't
I'm
hold
gonna
out.
use my charisma now. I put my charisma to 10 right
I
away.
heard him say something about a daughter and also a radio, but I might have misheard him. Not sure how the two would be connected.
I'll go check it out.
Let's get on it.
Thanks, Ellie.
The Nakano residence is up in the northeast, near the coast. A small fishing house. He said that he and his wife will be waiting for you.
It's a long walk. That's how the hard cases always start.
Yeah, let's get going. Accidentally, when I did this before, I got lost going up there. I also didn't have Nick with me, so this time we're gonna go with Nick. Do a little fast travel, make it easy on myself. Yeah, we're definitely not going there on foot. I apologize for the long load times. So supposedly this new DLC is the biggest sense Shivering Isles from Elder Scrolls Oblivion. But we'll wait and see. Shouldn't take me too long to get there. Yeah, I got plenty of this, so I'm just gonna take the seat. I had to change out the filter too. It glowed red whenever I looked at anybody. Enemies and friends alike. It got kind of annoying after a while. Oh, where'd you come from? I used up all my... Okay, it's also glitching through the fence and everything. Don't worry, something first. He keeps grabbing. Oh, I guess I'll just let me grab that. We'll grab some of the meat. I do need some of this for, I need some of it for some of the traps for the second DLC. Can't remember the name of it. Alright, continue on. I'm gonna leave you behind me. Hopefully you catch up your time. I got my jetpack. I wonder if it'll be able to follow real easily. Need to put a bunch more points into AP. There we go, little house open. I always want to uninstall the DLC and see if this stuff is here beforehand, or if it's just kind of blocked off and it's like, you can't get here, and then it suddenly opens it up. Oh, okay. Let's look at it really quickly before we go inside that. Well, actually, we'll go inside the house and then we'll listen to all the holotapes.
Damn it! Come in! I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been at this for hours.
I hope you don't mind. We let ourselves in.
Nick, thank God. You need to get to work right away. She could be hurt. She could be...
Whoa, slow down. Kenji, was it? Why did you go over the details with me and my partner here?
You brought a partner? Good. The more eyes, the better.
So, what's the story with you and Nick?
Nick didn't tell you? Ran with him on one of his cases a few years back, searching for some sort of lost heirloom. He needed a boat. Things didn't end well. We were double-crossed by the client once we had what he was looking for. I still have some lead lodged into my hip.
Right. Yeah, it's starting to come back to me. Sorry things ended sour.
We got out. That's all that mattered. And now you can return the favor by finding my daughter.
We're here to help. Tell us what happened.
It's all thanks to this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No, she would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
Since my charisma's so high, I'm just going to be ruthless and ask for money.
Let's talk money. Investigations for the missing aren't cheap.
Sorry about this, Kenji. Expenses and all that.
Of course. How does 350 cap sound?
Gotta be ruthless.
If she went far, that means travel expenses.
We could make it 400.
Go for broke.
Don't hold out on me. You want to find your daughter, right?
500 caps. That's all we have.
Do you have any idea where she could have gone?
We know she took one of the boats, but that's all. She could be anywhere.
We'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Don't worry, Kenji. We'll get to the bottom of this. Just sit tight.
Alright, let's go upstairs real quickly. Really not much here, but I feel like it's not red, so. No, technically not stealing. It's not red. The text, I should say. They wanted me to. Alright, so. One thing, well, we got the holotape here on our main desk. There's one out here in the hallway. And there is one right here underneath her bed. I think we're gonna find out. I think Nigel would be gonna trade. And anything is we're gonna find out some secrets about Kasumi here in just a moment. Let's talk with them first, and then we'll listen to the tapes.
Mr. Nakano,
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
why did your daughter really leave? Your wife says she left on her own, but you said it was kidnappers.
I know it was kidnappers. Kasumi is a smart girl, but she doesn't know how horrible people can be. Not like me and Ray. Why would she just leave her family with no explanation? Someone tricked her. Got her to leave the safety of home. Every minute we aren't looking for my daughter, her life is in jeopardy.
Tell me more about this radio she was fixing.
I've tried to get that damn thing to work over and over again, but there's nothing. I thought she just wanted to strip it for parts or build a toaster out of it, or something, like she used
Build a toaster out of a
Someone
radio.
made
Alright.
contact with her, and then they took her. God, what kind of twisted psychopath has my daughter?
Anything more you can tell me about Kasumi? The smallest detail could be important.
I don't know what more to say. She's my little girl, and she doesn't know how dangerous this world is. I never should have let her grandfather teach her how to fix these machines.
Her grandfather? He taught her how to fix the radio?
Ever since she was old enough to walk, yes. Her grandfather had an ear for machines. Kasumi picked up the knack. He passed away recently. He used to scavenge the ruins in the south for parts. I kept telling him he was getting too old.
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, detective.
Mrs. Nakano,
I suppose you have questions about my daughter.
Of course I do.
you and your husband don't seem to agree about why your daughter left.
We both want to find her. The world out there isn't a place where you want to be alone. But Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make. Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
Tell me more about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
You aren't out in the middle of nowhere, aren't you?
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. Might shine a light on where she's gone.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
Oh, yep, let's do the charisma.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
It's just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever since Kasumi's grandfather passed away. He was the only one that could really talk to her. Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work together for hours. She started staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
Nothing else right now.
Alright, I guess our next thing is to investigate the boathouse and let's see what's up. I am excited to go to this other island, but see what's going on here first. Alright, big boathouse. No secret passages or anything. Investigate the boathouse, alright. Once again, I also found this earlier. Let's take a look at the note. My dear Kasumi, if you ever get locked out of the safe, then the answer is here in the boathouse. Picture where the key is. Love, Granddad. Picture where the key is. Well, I figured this out pretty quickly. I was like, well, there's really not much here except for gasp. A picture frame. Let's see. Oh, examine it. And clearly, yes, that's where the key is. But anyway, and I could always pick it, but it's more fun that way. Okay, see, and military grade duct tape, though that's super decent. Alright, so now that we got all these, let's listen to them, and then I was gonna... This is generally where I left off beforehand, and we will go and talk to the parents right after that. What if there's anything out here? Yeah, clearly that's a fishing boat, although I don't know why you would want to fish in incredibly irradiated waters, but teach their own. Oh, a little... Gotta have a name though. Yeah, necklace. Necklace. Alright, so we're gonna listen to all these. Apologize, I have a bunch of stuff in my miscellaneous. Okay. Alright, so final holotape will, of course, we'll listen to last. Let's see, she was starting to work. The lamp and the radio were the ones out in the main
Project
area.
log? Radio. Correction? Working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... let's go with... Ohm's Law. That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
See what she says about the lamp.
Project log? Lamp. Yep, it's a lamp. Filament plus power equals light. I swear, sometimes I think my parents break these things just to keep me busy.
Let's listen to her, the one that we found on the cemetery stone, a little farther up the way.
Granddad, I know you can't hear this, but I can't think of a better way to say goodbye. You taught me so much, and I won't forget any of it. I'm sorry that we'll never be able to fix up the old clunker we've got sitting in the boathouse. Wherever you are, I hope you're at peace.
Alright. This one was kind of interesting. Let's see what this one says.
Project log, dreams. Recording what I can remember when I wake up. I keep having the same one. I'm in a white room. People are talking about me like I'm not there, or maybe they just don't care. And then there's this, I don't know, jolt, like a spark of electricity to the back of my head, and then everyone turns to look at me. God, I hope I don't have it again tonight.
Alright, and final holotape. Let's see what this says.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but God, where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synthetic people, made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then There are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go. To meet these synths, I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Fah Harhbah. I can make my way to them from there.
Alright, now that I found all those, let's go back and see if yeah, there we go. Yep, talk to the parents. Alright. Sounds like she, possibly could be a synth. Who knows?
Have you finished
Wait
your
and see.
investigation? Did you find anything?
Yeah, here we go. Let's see.
I need to ask you an important question. Are you sure your daughter is human?
What kind of question is that? Why are you asking?
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
She's not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Are you sure she's human, Mrs. Nakano?
Yes, I know my daughter, and she hasn't changed. She's not some replacement.
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. Did you find where Kasumi went, Detective?
I think Kasumi took off somewhere up north. Do you know what's up there?
Where specifically? I've been up the coast, almost to where the waters start to freeze, but that's a lot of miles.
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Fah Harhbah.
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. You have to go after her. Please, take my other ship on the dock outside. My father's design. It has a guidance system, and it is built for distance.
What can I expect out there, Kenji?
I only made the trip to Fah Harhbah once, when I was a boy. All I remember is that my father did not want to stay long. Something about the air being bad.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. And here, the payment we discussed. I'll have something more when Kasumi is safely back home.
I know it'll be hard waiting for word, but try to carry on like normal. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Fine, Kasumi. Please.
Yeah, I left all my storylines open at this point in the game. I didn't decide to pursue anything. So, well, we found out most of what we wanted to know. Let's head outside. Oh no, Nick. Oh no, come on. It's time to go.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Come on. No time to be drinking coffee. I should have figured that it would take this long to get to this part of the game, so I'm not going to have you suffer through the waiting screen again. But Nick and I are headed up north. Next video, we'll see what Fah Harhbah is actually all about. As for right now, this is Helidoc. Peace out.